At the end of a long day like it is for me right now today, this late afternoon, do you feel as though you're falling behind on achieving your dream? Are you thinking positive and achieving your goals, but you're not really getting there? And at the end of a long day, you just kind of sit back and like say, wow, what's going on? And it's kind of dragging you away from the happiness in life that you're supposed to have. Can you bounce high enough to achieve your dreams? Can you bounce high enough to truly be thinking positive in the right minded way and achieve your goals without breaking? Let me explain. Hey everyone, James Nussbaumer, and thanks for joining me in another episode of Everyday Miracles Moment on video. It's a late afternoon and I'm ready to wrap up my day today. So I'm speaking to you, but let me ask you, how high can you bounce if to achieve your dream depended on it? By the way, keep in mind as you're listening to me that in the description area down below here at YouTube is an access link called Create Your Life. And it's just a wonderful video about a man's story. Rather than breaking, he succeeded. And a free ebook comes with it. I hope that you'll check that out. And I want to go on to say at my last week's mastermind session, the Miracles webinar that we had last week, we discussed, and we had it a couple days ago too, a recapture of the previous week because it was so popular. But anyways, we discussed there's more to it than thinking positive to achieve your goals. And here's what I mean. I started a series on making the necessary shift in mind to achieve your goals. Before I go on, I want to also explain that also read more at my blog, and in the description area down below too, I've included a link to a detailed article that I'd written at my safe website, and it's about see how our power of positive thoughts like well-nurtured seeds have all natural propensity, but yes, I mean to really show up and also expand rather than scratching your head and worrying about it like I just did, and living with love and happiness. And the link to that detailed article, it's very detailed, and I put some good work into that. It's also down below there as well, so I hope you'll check that out. But I suggested at the mastermind webinar that was popular, and like I said, then we had to expand and have a recap session. But I suggested that there are two models for understanding your inner dialogue that's either helping you to go forward or holding you back in life. And this came from an ancient story about eggs versus balls. Okay. Do they break and need protection? Eggs, of course. Do they break? Or can they bounce and need to be taught how to bounce higher and higher? Eggs versus balls. Well, okay. I probably just gave away exactly what I think is the better model. Of course, can you bounce high enough like a ball? It's just going to bounce and bounce and teach that ball to keep bouncing higher. A few years back, I was seriously really worried and in turmoil that I just couldn't make my dreams and my goals and aspirations manifest and create the life that I want. Oh my, I just seemed lost. And for those of you that know my story can understand why. Now let me share a principle from the Course in Miracles. The Course in Miracles teaches us, actually this is a lesson from the Course in Miracles, and there are different lessons versus principles, but that's not what today's about. Course in Miracles has a lesson that teaches us, learn to be quiet in the midst of worry and turmoil. For quietness is the end of strife, and this is the journey to peace and dreams lived in this world. Now I'm going to repeat that because many of you had said that you'd like me to jot these down. You like to jot them down, so I've included the words in the description area down below, so you can jot them down. In fact, one woman I bring up often in this, she keeps a journal on all these things from A Course in Miracles I put out. But anyways, Course in Miracles has a wonderful lesson that teaches us that learn to be quiet in the midst of turmoil and worry and stress and all that. For quietness is the end of strife. And this is the journey to peace and dreams lived in this world. So with that said, then something hit me, myself, and I learned an incredible lesson about my inner self. I discussed back at the webinar, I discussed a system I use for making my goals and my dreams become a reality. And everyone wanted to know more, but it's about overcoming the need for protection and learning to bounce higher. And as I said, you can find that at my blog article at my website that's included down below. So it's a matter of, are you willing to get clear about your goals? It's about trying to get clear about your goals. And let me just suggest and say too that the goal of getting to where you want to be is to begin with inside of yourself, not your body, with inside of you. Hey everyone, I hope it hit home with you today. And as always, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I just gotta have you as a subscriber. I hope that you'll join me. And please engage with me on Twitter and Facebook. The links are down below as well. And please, to bounce higher in life, and rather than falling and breaking, think about the inner beauty, the inner awesomeness within you that doesn't break, the inner part of you, and extend that inner light to the material world, helping others and making your life situation just perfect. Until next time, God bless.